Hey everyone, I'm going to go through my colored pencils and explain why I'm keeping certain ones and why I'm destashing some others. I'm going through my art supplies and thinning the herd, mainly because there's a lot of tools I'm not using anymore, and through purchasing certain items I've discovered what I prefer to use and what I like, and this is just going through what I currently have for colored pencils and what I'm keeping, and so that's pretty much it. Let's get started. This is the very first list of pencils that I currently own, and these are keepers. It includes Prismacolor Verithin, Prismacolor Scholar, Prismacolor Premier, Faber-Castell Goldfaber, Arteza Expert, Paul Cezanne, and Castle Arts. So let's begin with these. These are Verithins. Prismacolor puts them out, and they're very thin, as the title or the name of the pencil. These were made in Mexico, and they have six-sided barrel. Now, these are good for smaller, more delicate lines and areas. However, I'm actually kind of disappointed in these. I thought they would be more vibrant, considering they are a Prismacolor. If you note, they color almost like a budget pencil. Even their brown is very dull and lackluster. So I'm surprised at the performance of these. I almost considered destashing them, and I'm still considering it, considering other pencils work just as well in getting into the smaller crevices. But so that's one pencil on this list that I might destash. I haven't decided yet, but they are considered an artist grade pencil, but I think for these it requires multiple layers to get the vibrance that you would for an artist pencil. Next is the Prismacolor Scholars, and I'll show you what these look like. These are the student grade version of the Premiers. I really like them. They're less expensive than their artist grade Premiers, but the downside is you can't buy them open stock. If you want another Crimson Lake, you have to buy the 24 set, for example. This is the 60 set that I have, and I bought them on sale about six or 7 years ago. Now, some of them I've run out, like the terracotta, so I replaced it with a Premier and keep it among the Scholar set when I want to use more earth tones. And I found that the browns in this set are more dull and not as vibrant as the Premier. Let's see, there we go. So I'm a little disappointed in the browns in this set, but overall, very vibrant. I like this set. It's a keeper. But if I run out of particular brown, I'll just replace it with an open stock Premier. Next is the Prismacolor Premiers. Now I have a 12 set, a 24 set, and several open stock in this. And what I like, you know, like I mentioned before, you can buy these open stock. They're less expensive than other artist grade pencils like the Faber-Castell or your Derwent's or what's the other popular one? Caran-d'Ache. You know, those are really expensive. This is a good budget artist grade pencil. Now the other downside to these is I find that they are a bit soft, and you go through them like crazy because they are so soft. If you want a sharper point, you know, you're going to run out eventually. You know, a lot sooner than you would other harder lead pencils. But yes, they're a very good pencil. Vibrant, probably the most vibrant pencil you can get on the market, in my opinion. Next is the Faber-Castell Goldfarber. I took the original pencils out of this tin and put them in here. I got, I believe it was either a 12 set or 24 set that I got. Yeah, I got a 24 set at Walmart, and I also added some other colors, such as this Artist Loft. I didn't really have a decent purple in this set, in the smaller set, so I got this to add to it. I think I got this at Michael's. But I like these. And this is a pencil that you can use in place of the Verithins because they do have a thinner lead. You can sharpen them up to a nice point, and you know, they don't run out as fast as the Premiers do. So that's the Faber-Castell Goldfarber. I highly recommend them, and like I said, you don't need the Verithins if you have these. Very vibrant. Next is the Paul Cezanne. I got these at Jerry's Autorama. And as you can see, these are well loved. I use these a lot. The downside is you can't buy them open stock. So when you run out, you can find a like color to replace it with in a Premier, or maybe even, I do believe they sell the Goldfarbers open stock, and you can easily replace them because they're both vibrant. The Goldfarber and the Paul Cezanne are very much alike in their vibrancy and the way they lay down. So yes, I don't know what the price on these is now, but I got them on sale when they first came out. Next is Arteza Expert. These are good. They're a thicker pencil, a thicker lead. And this is actually my second set of the 48s, because the original set, this is pretty crazy. I contacted Arteza to get a replacement for one of the pencils. It was a color similar to this, camel I think it was, and it kept breaking on me, so I contacted them to see if I could get a replacement for that pencil. They sent me a replacement for the pencil. It might be in here, in fact. Nope. Is it maybe, perhaps it's this one. Yes, this is the replacement they sent. And then they also sent a replacement set. So I mean, they didn't have to do this, but they did, so I commend them for that. Thank you very much, Arteza. All I wanted was that one pencil to replace it, and they sent me a whole new set. But, yeah. That nothing, you know, I have no complaints about them. They are a little waxy. And, you can probably get them open stock if you ask the company, but because I had a specific complaint about one pencil, I think that's why they sent me one in an entire new set. So just bear that in mind. If you have a problem with a particular pencil, they will probably replace it for you, and maybe even send you a whole new set. And finally, in this batch are the Castle Arts. I have 3 artist tins. I also have a Kandinsky and a Botticelli. And this is the line here. I would say that I do prefer the Paul Cézanne, but overall, I think I even like the Goldfarbe better than the Castle Arts. But it's a good pencil, and I got them not just because they're Castle Arts and I wanted to try them, but I really like the decorative tins that each specialty set has 24 pencils in it. So that's the first batch. Okay, part 2. I'm going to review some more student grade pencils, starting with a set I bought years ago at Walmart. They're called Civo Vivid. And there's the pencil. The barrel's very smooth, and I'll show you what they look like. Just your standard grade kid's pencil, really. They have a rounded end, covered end. And I can't remember the last time I reached for these. The set also came with a silver, which I have in a separate pouch, which I'm going to talk about later. But yeah, I don't think you can even get these anymore. It was a 36 set, and I numbered them because they didn't have color names on them, so I numbered them and made up my own color chart. Next is Faber-Castell Echo or Eco pencils, and these have a 6-sided barrel. I have quite a few of these too, But I found that I prefer the Goldfarber pencils, and I think I do have another set of these. Oh yes, yes I do. They're metallics. I'll talk about those later in my specialty sets. But I'm going to destash these as well. They're not a bad pencil, you know. But I think to me, they work just as well as the Prismacolor Verithins. In fact, if you want to save a little money and get a thinner pencil for getting in the smaller areas, a Faber-Castell Echo is the way to go. But you know, I very seldom use them anymore, so I'm going to destash these as well. Next are the pencils in this pouch. There we go. I had a couple of Crayolas mixed in there. These are called Pelikan, P-E-L-I-K-A-N. These were popular, oh gosh, around 2015, 2014, somewhere around there. They were, you know, amongst the new addition to the student grade pencils that came out. They're also, they can be sharpened to a thinner point. But this set I discovered when going through my old stash. I forgot I even had these. So these are Crayola metallics, neon rather, mixed in with those. Those are going with them. And next, I have more Faber-Castell Eco pencils. I don't even remember how I ended up with so many. I think I bought a set, a large set at Rennie's, which is an outlet store that sells overstock. I think that's where I got those. Next, in this case, is a set called Magic Fly. And this is what they look like. My issue with these, number one issue, is they break. That's very frustrating. You sharpen them, the lead falls out. So I would not recommend them for that reason. I am considering destashing these for that reason. Yeah, this is a good example. This one here. I use greens a lot, and as you can see, this one it should look like this one. But alas, I had a lot of breakage issues with them, and I've tried multiple different sharpeners with them, and there's another one. It should not be that short. And I do use browns a lot for skin and hair, and when I color portraits. So these might be getting destashed as well. Next, these are King Art pencils. I bought these at TJ Maxx. Once in a while, TJ Maxx will have an art supply section, you know, where they, like Rennie's, they sell a lot of overstock. And so I thought I'd try them. Let's see. There they are. Kind of dull. That's how I would describe them. Dull. Not very impressive, so those are getting destashed. Now another set I had never heard of before, but my niece gave them to me. They're called Mr. Pen. That's Mr. as in M-R, and then Pen, P-E-N. This is a nice pencil. I keep these right on my desk, so if I'm coloring and put a set away and then I see a spot I missed, I can grab one of these and fill it in. That's what I have them out for. As a, you know, just in case pencil. And these are a keeper. I think this is one of the better sets I have. They're more vibrant. I really like this green and the yellow. So, and it's a 36 set. I am keeping these right on the desk as a pencil to grab in case I need one. Next, in this case, I have a brand called Ooley, O-O-L-Y, and these are the, what did I call these? Oh yeah, double-ended. I do believe, yeah, there's a dozen here. 24 colors in all, dozen pencils. They're okay, but kind of dull, just like the King Art, so that is going bye-bye. That's the Ooley, double-ended. Next is the Magic Wands by Jane Davenport. For this batch of pencils, I think these are the most vibrant. And they have cool names like Unicorn, Flamingo, Candy Floss, Pixie, Heartthrob, Buzzy, Emerald, let's see, 70s Eyeshadow, Dragonfly, Butterfly, yeah. These are a keeper, only because I think they have cool names. They're not that they're much better than some of my more expensive brands, but I think, as I said, for this batch, they are probably the most vibrant out of them. There they are. And I picked these particular colors because they're the ones I tend to gravitate toward the most. Green, blue, yellow, red, and brown. Or, in this case, Heartthrob. So yes, I bought these at Michael's. They were on sale. Next is the Faber-Castell Classics. This is another nice set. You can get a nice sharp point on them, and I think they would probably work just as well as the Prismacolor Verithins, to tell you the truth. And in vibrancy, I think they compare to Crayolas. So they're a very good budget set. And I also bought these at Rennie's. So these are a keeper. And finally, In this case, I have now what in the world something's amiss. Ah, here we go. Yeah. Crayola. I have a few sets in here. I have a 50 set and a couple of 12 sets, and I think a 25 set. I've just been buying them over the years, hoping I can get a decent set that doesn't break on me all the time. That's the main issue I have with Crayola, is they have breakage issues. And one of the sets I've had very good luck with, as far as, you know, I can sharpen them no problem. And I think that was one of the 25 sets I bought. But they're a very good budget pencil. I think they work better than a lot of your other budget sets, such as the King Art and you know, your Pelican and your Faber-Castell. I like them. Now, in this tin right here, I have the Crayolas that were marketed for adult colorists like ourselves. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as the regular Crayolas. They color the same. You know, I think it was just a marketing ploy to get you to buy their product. They're no better than the regular. And I had breakage issues with them, so, you know. Anyway, that is this particular lineup. Okay, this is part 3, and I'll go through my metallics. I have Crayolas, Faber-Castell Eco, Brute Funner, Art 101, and Uli, and some odds and ends, such as I kept this Sevo Vivid Silver, which is right here. I have one silver Prang. I had a full set of Prang pencils. I donated those a few years ago. And I have one Sargent Art silver. I also had a full set of Sargent Art pencils. I gave those, well, I think it was a 24 set. I gave those away too. But I'm obsessed with metallic pencils. I don't know why. I enjoy using them and coloring with them. I also have in my possession metallic paints I use a lot. But anyway, I'll show you what I have. These are the Crayola Metallics, Faber-Castell Eco, the Brute Funner, Art 101. I only have 4 pencils. I think I got those at, I want to say Dollar General, and the Ulis. And they pretty much all color the same. I don't have a preference for any of them. But I did notice that a lot of the gold pencils tend to have a greenish tint to them, with the exception of the Brute Funner, which does look more gold. And their reddish hues, or the brownish hues rather, have a reddish tint to them, with the exception of the Brute Funner again, which has a more of a yellowish tint to it. Or should I say shade? What do I want? A tint and shades. One is you add more white, one more black, I believe. Hue. I don't know. But anyway, these are the Crayolas. They all pretty, you know, what I like about the metallics is, you know, that the entire barrel resembles the color itself. And these are the silver Pastel Eco pencils in the Art 101. So yeah, I do enjoy using these. I'll look at my swatches and say, okay, I'm going to color this sword, and I'm going to use this silver and this particular shade of gold here, and you know. So these are keepers. I do enjoy my metallics. And oh yes, before I show you those, I have, these are the tricolor pencils. I have some Crayola swirls in here. These were I believe from Dollar General. There's two different pencils. There's four separate pencils, but oops, sorry about that. There's two of each, as you can see. And these are these two right here. What I like using these pencils for are geometric patterns, designs, banners, flowers, that kind of thing. And these are the Crayola swirls. These aren't all the pencils. I have 12 in all. Let's see. They have names: New Year's Eve, Raindrops, Cocoa Mint Candy, Flamingo Festival, Meteor Shower, Campfire Jamboree, Gardens Soiree, Limapalooza, At the Circus. This one would be good for coloring wood, trees, that kind of thing. Fireworks. You can see how the tips appear. Oh. Guess I had more of those pencils than I thought I did. Sunset Luau, or Luau, rather. Yeah, so I have 6 pencils, 3 of each. Are these Yeah, and I got these at Dollar General. And these, I believe I got these, I want to say at Five Below. They don't have color names on them. What's this one? Winter Gala. So these are fun to play around with when you're doing special effects. And like I said, banners, geometric patterns, that kind of thing. I keep these out in a separate jar as well. And finally, these are pastel pencils. I have, let's see, I have a few of these pastel pit pencils from Faber-Castell. These are a couple of purple shades in that one, because I didn't really have much for purple in these pastel pencils. I've got some Conte Paris pencils. See, that's another pastel pit pencil. Let's see, where's the other one? Yeah, right here. These are Conte Paris. And these I bought at an art store in Fairfield, Maine. And that's what these look like here. And that's the Faber-Castell Pit pencils. I was looking for a gray. It comes out very dark and black. And what do I have here? I've got these are General's pastel chalk pencils. I have 8 of these. I've got a blue, a couple of blues, a green, a couple of pinks, a yellow. I think I've got 2 light blue. I've got an orange, scarlet red, and a pink. And that's what these look like here. I mostly use pastel pencils for sky and background colors. That's what I use them for mostly. I also have a set of these pencils here. They're called EP Engross Pen Art Skin Tints. I got these I think from AliExpress several years ago. And I actually prefer using pastels and watercolors for skin, because I struggle using pencils when I'm coloring portraits. For some reason, I struggle with that. So I find I have better luck with watercolor and pastels. So I do have a chart for these too. There it is. And they're not color names, so I gave them numbers from light to dark. And this is a very pale off-white. That's what they look like. So these are the pastel pencils and the metallics and the swirls are keepers. They're just fun to play around with. Oh. Anyway, that's it, guys. That's my entire colored pencil collection. Hope you enjoyed. This was a good exercise in figuring out how I was going to declutter, and I think I'm going to call my local school district and see if there's a teacher that can use them for her students. So anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed going through my collection with me, and thanks for watching. See you next time.